Everybody, I bless the name of the Lord that you are alive to see today. Yes, you're welcome to Grace with Family TV. Wow, it's been a very wonderful day to be alive, to thank and praise God. Yeah, beloved, how are you all doing today? Welcome to my channel. I just decided to go live today randomly. Yeah, I did actually prepare for this. I just decided to go live. It's my first time of going live. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Thank God. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Yeah, thank you for all your support for the growth of this channel. It hasn't really been easy, but with your support, I am at where I am today. Yeah, so wow, I don't even know what to say. Today, it's Saturday. We all know how Saturday has always been in our lives. The weekend has always been very busy time. Saturday has always been a busy day. For me, for you, for everybody, mostly mothers. Right now, so I'm just back from the market. I finished my morning routine, so I went shopping for cooking. I really don't have much to cook today because tomorrow is visiting day. So I'm visiting my son in a boarding school. Sorry, I forgot to carry you along concerning the school process. Yeah, my son had gone through a lot in most of the private school around here, so I decided to send him to boarding school, and not just any boarding school, but seminary, because he deserves that. Yes, he's a very intelligent child, and I want the best for him. That is why I decided to send him to seminary, and he was bothering me that he would like to go to seminary. So I'm here to post the video of his school. Is it school hunting or school searching? Yes. If I could even finally get a better school for him, at schools that he was, mostly the school that is finished is past his just one. He went through a lot in the hands of the teachers, the proprietors, the students, fellow students. So it was something that I even decided that I didn't even know what it was like. Do I have to sit my son at home and employ a private teacher for him? Which even isn't the best, sorry. It isn't the best thing to do. So I summoned courage to look for school for him that is suitable for him. A child must be happy learning. A child must be happy at school that he belongs. So you can. Hey, boy, how are you? Emma, don't distract me here. See, I am doing my video here. Eh? Come and take. I'm actually peeling groundnuts. And I have this, my lovely child here, my lovely neighbor here, my landlord's son. He comes around anytime he feels like, because he's like his second home. So here I'm peeling groundnuts. I'm preparing because I have to visit my son tomorrow in his boarding school. I'm preparing. I've made some shopping for provision. Thank God the provision is allowed in the school. So I'm gonna make rice and stew. It's his favorite food. Yeah, with chicken. So I got everything. I was about cooking when the NEPA decided to take their light. That doesn't matter. I finished preparing my chicken. Maybe I can't even really show you that because I'm not right inside the kitchen now to show you. I'm just busy peeling this groundnut. By the time I'm waiting for the light to come so that I can make my stew. Emma, how many groundnuts have you eaten so far? You have eaten more than or almost 1 cup of groundnuts today. Hmm? Take. Jerry Pascal said hi. Hi, Jerry Pascal. How are you? And Louise Weria. Hello to you too. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, thank you for coming around. I really appreciate you. Emma, will you stop distracting me? So, like I said, the story of my son's school journey is something that I'll make a special video about. Hi, who is it? Chisom Madubuna. Hi, how are you? Thank you. You're welcome. Sorry if I murdered your name. If yeah, Emmy boy. See, don't distract me here, okay? I'm doing something for Emma. Sit down, okay? So I'm just back from the market, like I said. I'm a little exhausted. So while waiting for the light to come, so let me do Emma, sit down. Don't distract me. So let me try to peel this groundnut, and my daughter has helped me in her own way. So she has left for church. She's a lector, so she has left for her classes. So I'm here doing everything all alone until she comes to give me a hand. So I just decided to use this moment as I'm preparing peeling this groundnut to update you about my son's school. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If this is your first time of tuning into the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for staying with me, for staying around. Yes, like I said, when we relocated to Abuja, my son was doing very well. When we were in Port Harcourt, he was doing very well in his school until I relocated to Abuja, and I searched for a school that will be suitable for him. You know, when you have a child that is brilliant, you always want the best school for him. So I decided to look for admission for him in one of the schools around Mundo Catholic school. Yeah, because I'm a Catholic, so I decided, sorry, I have to fill this bottle. Yes, I have to fill groundnuts in this bottle. Yeah, I think that will be enough for him because I have other provision that I'm taking for him. Yeah. So um hi. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Chisom, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, fans, for tuning in, for being with me. Yeah, please stay with me. I'm gonna tell you the little that I can about this story. So if you are planning admission for your son, for your child, school admission, so you have to be careful. Make sure you do research and search the school and get to know everything about that school, be it private school, be it public school, be it boarding or day school. Yeah, so like I said, when I enrolled him, because he started his basic 5 here, when I enrolled him, he was doing very well. When I enrolled him, he was going through a lot. There was a lot of bullying. He was being bullying from fellows, pupils, from teachers. In fact, I could say I had fought a lot of fights for him to be able to stay in that private school to finish his primary 6, as we call, yes, basic 5, yeah, before he sat for his common entrance. So when I enrolled him in that school, I met people I know, fellow parishioners. Yeah, most of them are the teachers in the school. So the very first day my son resumed that school, I met other old students, old pupils that were there. So I introduced my son to them. I told them to be friends, to stay like brothers, to carry one another along. And they assured me they would stay as brothers. So I left. So like after a few days, the bullying started. My son was bullied. And my son is an introvert. When he's at home, he can talk, he can do wonders, he can do, but when he's outside, he doesn't like being shamed. Even me as a mother, if I want to correct him, there's a way. He hates to be corrected even in the public, even at home. You know, at times children will make you to shout. Sometimes say, Mommy, must you shout? Just correct me gently. Don't allow other people to hear. And I respect that. So I know the type of a child that I have, and I know him to be an introvert. That is why I introduced him even to the school, to the teachers, and I told him about his nature. So what's to my greatest surprise, when my son started school, he was bullied. The first thing, he was bullied by fellow people, yes. And another thing, a teacher came from another class. He was in basic 5B. So a teacher came from basic 5B. He came because he was a new pupil there. He came and switched his school desk. He came and switched his school desk and took it to his class and came and gave him a bad one. So my son was uncomfortable. So like after 2 days, he couldn't use the locker. He came and told me, sorry, the locker, school locker or desk. He told me, Mommy, I'm not comfortable with even the seat with the locker. It's sliding. I cannot even put my books. I can't even put my lunch. I have to drop my lunch on the floor. And sometimes I have to manage to write or put my books on my laps to write. So I asked him, but why did that teacher have to come and change that? He said, Mommy, I don't know. So I kept record of that. Another thing, a child was looking for her pen. She lost her pen. And my son was using his pen. The child, it's a girl, came and claimed the pen. She said it's her own pen. My son said, no, this is his own pen. And the fact is that I just bought that pen. No, I gave him money to buy that pen. That's a day before the incident. So one of the children there said, no, he saw him buying the pen yesterday when he was dropped off the school, because our house then was almost direct opposite the church, which the school is inside, yes. So she said, I saw when her sister dropped her off, I saw her buying the pen for him, that is his pen. The girl said, no, it's her pen. So a teacher, sorry about that. So a teacher from Mrs. 5B or Mrs. 5A came. He did not even verify it, or at least make a proper investigation. So he now collected the pen and said, and told my son, why did you collect another person's pen? My son insisted that this is his pen. So he collected the pen to the girl. And my son did not have any pen to write. He had to wait until when other children finished writing before he could beg for a pen to write. And by that time, the lesson was already over and he couldn't finish the notes. So the report came to him when he came back. When I asked him, did you finish your note? He said, no, Mommy, this is what happened. So by that time, I was already at my business place. So I told my daughter, because my daughter was home still awaiting her JAM result. So that's why she was home. So most of the school runs, she helped me to do them. So I told her to go over to the school to find out what happened and help me explain to the teacher. So by the time my daughter got to the school and met the teacher and was explaining to her, she said, is that why you came to school? Just because of this 15 naira pen, something that I can have to give, something that I can buy, I can afford to buy. It was just snapping at my daughter like. So my daughter said, but is that how you have to shame him in the presence of other children? And now you give other children impression that my brother is a thief. That is not the way to handle the issue. So, and the head teacher collected the pen and kept. He said he's going to investigate, he's going to look into the issue. So, he said the following day. So when I heard that, I was not pleased about it. So I said, let me go to school myself. I decided to go to school. When I got to the school, I made the principal of the school and told her about it, and told her about what the other teacher. And this teacher is someone I did not even know that he was the one handling that class. He is a fellow parishioner from my former parish, and he's someone that I even um, entrusted my son into his care. I told him, please, help me to look after my son. If there's anything, please, just inform me. He said, okay. So when I went to the school to find out what happened, he was there with the principal. So when I explained to the principal, sorry, yes, proprietress, yeah, he said, who is that child? And what class is it? Because I don't tolerate nonsense in my class. Who is that child that trouble your son? I did not even know that he was the one involved. He was even the one harassing my son of stealing. I know, accusing my son of stealing. So I was very upset. I said, I don't know who is that class teacher that came to collect his pen from him and gave it to the other child instead of him going through or searching, investigating the issue before he could pass the final judgment. I was very upset. So the proprietress, because she's a good woman, she begged me that she would take care of it. And I think the report went to the head teacher. The head teacher is now late. He was a good guy, may so rest in peace. So the report got to him also. He was pleading with me that he's going to take care of it. And when I got back home, someone that I was even thinking that my son, that I even had my son into his care, I didn't know that he was even this teacher involved. And he was there pretending he didn't know what was happening when I went to school to confront the the proprietress to report the case myself, to look into it. He was there and he didn't even tell me that he's the one. So when I came back home, my son told me that he was the only one. I said, you don't mean it. I got angry. I went back to the school. So when I went and asked the proprietress, where is that teacher in social class? They say he had left. Then I said, if I had met him there, I would have punched him on his face. That I did not even know that he was the one involved. And he saw me coming and he was pretending he didn't know anything about it. I got very upset. How could he do such a thing? Someone that I even entrusted my son to you. So I got his number. I called him. When I called him, I said, Mr. So I don't want to mention his name. So you were even the one that handled this issue. And you didn't try. You didn't handle it well. And you now gave people impression to believe that my son is a thief. You didn't do it well. At least you should have handled it well. Now you have to. Like I'm gonna teach you your work now. You have to go to school the next day and let them know that this issue that my son is innocent, that he did not steal the pen because this pen belongs to him. And the the fact is that after they had left the school, the girl now that accused my son later found her pen and handed it over to the head teacher. The head teacher was very upset with her and said, why did you make this boy to receive that punishment? Whereas you were careless about your own pain, you didn't take care of your things, and you made people give a bad impression now. So after I finished discussing this with the class teacher, instead of him to at least simply say, oh madam, I'm sorry about what happened, and he was telling me, are you done talking? Now you can get out of my phone. I was so mad. I said, is that how you do it here? I was very mad at him. I said, thank God I did not meet you when I came back to school, because I would have punched you on your face. I would have punched you. It's like you don't know your work as a teacher. I think an issue happened between two children, two kids. Instead of you to intervene or to do the right thing, and you were taking side of the other one, eh? And dehumanizing the other one. So I didn't know that. When he got to me, reported me to his wife, that I don't even know his wife, and his wife knew my sister. She went to my sister's business place and reported me to my sister. and we was talking whatever she liked. My sister called me already before now. I have told my sister what happened. My sister wasn't happy about, because he knew the guy very well. They are from the same parish. So she now told me that that is why I even came and was harassing her. I mean, I was insulting her. She told her that she's not the owner of the case. But she said she know my business place, my shop. Let her come there and meet me. That she told her, forget the fact that we are siblings from the same mother, but just go and meet her. That she will give you her own. She show you her own. I mean, I don't know how did my sister even put it. She would show you her own stuff, what she's made of. She was telling her, just get out of my shop, because instead of you to kick against what your husband did, and you are here insulting my sister, can even insult her in her front, just go back to her shop and meet her. Then she'll show that she'll show her own stuff. So she didn't come. So a lot of things happened. Even the very first or the second day my son attended the school, a cleaner, when my son went to the restroom to to ease himself, she came and started yelling at him, get out, get out, get out of here. She was speaking language, another language that my son does not understand. Get out of this, get out of this. You're a dirty boy. You want to come and mess up this bedroom. He refused my boy to use the tissue paper that I've even contributed money to buy. Just pushed my son out of the bathroom. Like 2 times he did that. I was so mad. I reported the case also. So when I talked to the head teacher about it, he was begging me that he's going to take care of that. He was able to handle what he could. But you know what? Once a child is already marked as a victim, and you remain a victim until he leaves that school. So, but I fought all the fights I could fight to make sure that my boy was okay and comfortable. Even when I begged they should change and give me a better desk. They gave a desk here. I just told my boy, manage, okay? You soon pass out from that school. So got the whole story short, my boy just managed. Thank God he passed and got out from the school. And I looked for admission for him in a private school around my area. And he faced the same issue. Bullying from the proprietress, from the class teacher. I don't know why when some people know that a child has a star or a brighter star or a brighter future or very intelligent, instead of them to embrace that child, they become envious or jealous of that child. See, I want to tell you parents, really pray for your children's future. Pray for your children in school, because so many people are not happy about their well-doing. And if a child happens to correct a teacher something, they will see that child as you are showing that you know too much, or like the envy or hatred will develop. So always pray for your children, mostly as school have resumed. So pray for them that they will not fall victim of any circumstance. They will not be in a bad school. They will not meet a bad teacher. My son went through a lot. He went through a lot in the hands of teachers. And if I don't have people that are teachers, I will say maybe all teachers are the same bit. Because I have family members that are teachers, they love children and they take care of them. So I really think and appreciate the good ones. And I want to advise you, a teacher, please do not hate on anybody's child, because you don't know tomorrow. This child may turn out to be the one that will help you in the nearest future. You don't know. Embrace them. If they do something wrong, correct them in a right way. Don't allow them to be bullied or to be dehumanized or to feel isolated. I can't tell all that happened. My son was so, do I say, dehumanized in the private school. Something also happened, that another child did something wrong or was bullying my son. He will be bullying him, will talk him, and I don't know, will be saying something bad to him. And my son will want him to stop doing that. Sometimes when they are writing in the classroom, copying notes, he will go and stand and block the board. And my boy will not be able to write. From time to time, he's been doing that. All because this boy came in from outside the country. The proprietaries now forget that my boy also did not was not born in Nigeria. Also brought him from outside the country to Nigeria. So maybe because of the tribal issue or what, I can't even really tell. And she was like taking side of the other boy. Or when my boy had tried to defend himself, because it was like a self-defense, and the boy now attacked my son because he told him to leave the board. So if you're right, he now attacked my boy. So when my boy tried to defend himself and pushed him, so the boy pushed him away and he held on my son on his neck. So I think my son, I think he beat him. When he beat him, the boy now cried and went and reported to the head teacher. And the head teacher came, did not even ask what transpired between the two of them. He punished my boy and sent him out of the class and told him not to come to school the following day. And he reported to the proprietress. And look at the school, it's just behind my shop. And the proprietress couldn't tell me, or nobody could tell me. And my son came and he didn't tell me what happened. Like after 3 days, a fellow student came and told me that the proprietress said my son shouldn't come to school the following day until he brings me or my husband to school. I said, for what? The girl now told because there was a problem, they fought, and my son was trying to defend himself. So he beat the boy, and there was a mark on the boy's hand. That is why when the boy reported the case, the proprietress said, I must come to the school. And my boy was not even given the chance to defend himself. He didn't tell me about it. I said, Mommy, it wasn't something serious. But we later became friends. It was just, I was trying to defend myself because he held on my neck. I said, wasn't anybody saying him holding your neck? He said, they saw it, but they didn't say anything. So I was asked to come to the school. I told him, okay, I will come. So after 2 days, when my boy went to school, the class teacher sent my boy out of the school under the sun. He sent him to go home. He was so, I don't know, isolated. He sent him out. Say, get out of this class until you bring your parents. And my son, under the sun, he left his classes. He left that day. He did not copy his note. He did not even, wasn't even in the class for the lesson of the day. So he left. When he left, he went under the sun. When I saw him, so by that time he had already gone to school. I saw him sweating and waiting under the sun. He was punished and he was told to stand under the sun because there is a senior nursery and primary section is different from secondary section. So he was coming all the way. The secondary section is like maybe about 5 minutes walk down to the nursery section where the proprietress is always available. So he was told to go to the nursery side, that he should come there. If he doesn't bring his parent to the school, that he'll be expelled. I went and saw my son standing on the hot sun. I was so mad. Before then, something else that happened. I think they were copying notes. So after the closing of school, I think the security guys in the secondary section, dropped the children to go home. So my boy forgot, I think, his books. So he went back to collect the book. The guy now started flocking them. He said, what are they doing in school? That they should go home. So he now reported them to the principal, the proprietress of the school, yeah. And as she came, she did not even ask what happened. He started flocking my son. And there was his hand was swollen. When he came and showed me, I was so mad. I was like, what did you do wrong that you were flogged like this? And when I want to flog you, to punish you at home, I don't flog you this to give you injury. They say, where I handle it. I was so mad. I went back to school. The woman did not, she's very harsh. She did not even allow me to explain how to. As she said, your son is stubborn, she's disobeying, this and that. It was a very big issue. I can't even go there in detail. It was something that hurts me. and he was already in his second term. I could not even wait for that term to finish for me to withdraw my son from that school, but because I had already paid his school fees and he must finish. It wasn't something that pleases me. Even my husband heard about it, saw it. He was not happy. He also came to school. When we met, we were trying to explain. She did not, the proprietor did not even give us the room to explain or to ask what happened. She said she will flog him. She will continue to flog him until I said, well, maybe because I allowed this to happen. Because flogging a child like that is not a good training. It is not, it's beyond discipline. If this is the way you discipline children, it's very bad. At least pay attention and listen to a child. Maybe he has a reason for doing things. Even before I punish my children at home, I must listen to them first to know if what they did or if what they have done deserve that punishment. So I got very angry. She said, if I like or whether I like it or not, he must punish him. That the school, the government allow children to be punished. And when I look at it, I was like, what is really going on? I prayed and I cried to God, when will this ever stop? So that issue was over. Before this particular incident that a fellow child was bullying him and my son was punished. So when I called the class teacher to talk about it, she dropped the phone. She hung the phone on me like she didn't even want to listen to me. And this is another child that I entrusted my son into. So, and my son had a bad locker also, and I was begging the school to help me change the locker for him. They refused. They keep saying they will do, they refused. So I was asking God, what is going on? Is it because this child is intelligent or what is brilliant or what? What could be the cause of this? I was not pleased at all. So I just told my son to manage and finish from that school. So when I went over to the school to meet the proprietor, she said I must come to school for them to talk about why should my son bite the other child. And she now forgot that the other child was bullying my son. Even when we were trying, my son was trying to explain to her. She refused to listen to him. So I didn't want to say a word because I didn't want to have a bad name. People think that, are you the only parent? So I just let it slide. I told my son, don't worry, you will not die. Just manage until this term is over. And my son was not even happy. He was not finding joy. He's coming home back. I mean, he'll be feeling pain. He'll be tired because he'll be bringing all his books home instead of him to lace his books in his cupboard there because the cupboard spoiled and the school refused to fix it. When I complained it to the school, they did not even take. Even at PTA, when I went for a PTA meeting, I mentioned that, but the school did not implement it. And my child was not happy learning there. He was not comfortable learning there. He's going back home with backache all the time because he has to come home with all his books instead of him dropping his books in the school cupboard there. So it wasn't funny. I told him we are not going there again at the end of this section. So thankfully, as my boss passed out from that school, he's finished his JS1. I allowed him to finish his JS1 there. I said, you are not going back there because my mind will not be at peace. And even you, your mind will not be at peace too because he's coming back every day frowning. He's coming back every day. And all the child be doing is copying a notes from Monday till Friday. How many hours teaching? So because I just wanted him to manage from that school until I get a better school for him. Thankfully, I got him admission in a better school. Yes. Even though the money is much, but it's worth it. And my son is happy. He's in a seminary. He's in a very good school with quality education, with quality teachers. Friendly. The teachers are so friendly. They are so friendly. It's just like a family home, a family school for my son. So I really thank God for that. I feel joy. So tomorrow is a visiting day. I'm going to visit him, and I know he's very happy because that place is like a home for him. He is finding joy there. So maybe later I'm gonna There's a video of the new school that I made. I've not posted it yet because I've not edited that video. So when I did that video, I'm gonna post it. I just want to advise you, parent, please. There are some things you should not take for granted. There are some issues you should take serious. When a child comes home from school and reports any case, try to follow that case. Even if your child is troublesome, you might not know that child might be right. Follow it up and see whether he's comfortable, whether he's happy in that place. Because if a child is not happy in a school, how will he learn? It's just like when you are not happy in your marital home, how can your marriage work? How can you focus? When you are not happy in your place of work, how can you focus? So, beloved, my advice to you is try to follow up. Even if you are sending your child to day school, follow up. Ask him questions every day. Are you happy with your school? What happened today? And some child will not want to disclose, but they will feel guilty. Like my son, he thought that I will blame him. That is why I could not disclose most of the things to him. But I sat him down and talked to him and said, see, I am your mother and I'm not going to kill anybody. Just let me know what is going on in the school in case that place is not good for you. Because I cannot throw my money. I cannot spend my money and send you to school and you didn't get what I want from you. So I advise you, parents, don't overlook issues like this. Don't ignore things like this. Follow up, even if you have to be calling the class teacher, even if you have to be calling the proprietress when issues arise. Just call them to make sure that you put everything right. Just this is for the benefit of the future of your child, because if you don't take care of issues like this in the nearest future, that child will have a lot of problem in the society. There's some issues that need to be addressed as soon as possible so that it will not affect your child in the nearest future. It will not affect your child or your child mental health. Sometimes your child will come home and will look sad, will feel unhappy. You need to find out, ask him what happened in the school. Sit that child and talk to the child and find out whether he's happy in that environment, in that area, whether he's happy about that subject, whether he's doing well in that subject, whether he's flowing in that particular area. So it's just my advice to you, beloved. I just want to say, please follow up issues concerning your children's school. Follow up issues when your child comes back from school and reports one case or the other to you. Follow it up. Even if your child, like I said, is stubborn, children are like that. Just follow it up. That child might be in danger so that you will be able to help that child that against the danger that is coming ahead of him or her, against the danger that is so close or that is near, or against anything that will jeopardize his future or his academic pursuits. Yes, it's just my advice. Thank you so much. I'm gonna sign out, and I believe I have made a point here, and I believe that as a parent, you take this case serious. You take this case serious. Look into them so that you'll be able to help your children. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, do subscribe. I hope to come up with more interesting topic and more other advice. As a mother, please, parents, let us do well to take care of our children, to take care of their education, because it's because of them that we are out there hustling, struggling, so that they will have a better life. Yes, it's a thing of joy for our children to even be better than us. Yes, thank you so much. Till I come your way again, God bless you for watching. Do have a blessed and a successful weekend. Shalom. Bye.